Hello, another video today. This time I'm going to be giving my testimony. Um, God has been placing in my heart for about a year or so to give my testimony. And I had a lot of questions when I just started feeling like, why do I need to give my testimony? Um, why I give my testimony? What is my testimony? Where am I going to give my testimony? Who do I give it to? I had all these questions because I've always felt that I'm this super regular person. Like I'm real regular. Um, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, teacher. That's it. Like I'm super regular, and but like for about a year, almost a year and a half, I just been feeling this strong urge to like just tell my life story. Um, so it's time for me to do it. So here's my testimony. And then when I got ready to say, what am I going to say? What exactly is my testimony? I researched it, and it said that your testimony is what happened before God, what brought you to God, and then the after effects of it. And so, because when I start thinking about my testimony, I think about my whole life, and it's a whole lot I could say. But I'm going to narrow it down because I don't want to be on here for an hour talking because I could. But narrow it down to me before, what brought me to God, and then where I am now. Um, so growing up, I was just this girl that wanted to do right. I've always been like a do-gooder. I wanted to follow the rules. I wanted to live right. I remember when I was in like elementary school, um, middle school, I was like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm not going to smoke when I grow up. I'm not going to use bad words. Because around me, I was seeing the opposite, and I wanted to be totally different from that. I wanted to be a good person. And that's just what I always consider myself. I'm going to be a good person. And being a good person means not doing bad, saying bad words, not smoking, not drinking, not having sex, all that kind of stuff. I wanted to live right according to the Bible. And this is before I even knew the Bible because none of my family went to church. Um, and that was me growing up. And then I stuck to that until about the end of high school, right before I started going to college. Um, I wanted to explore the world. I wanted to experience something. I always felt like, one day I'm gonna be that really good person, but what if I'm missing out on something? What if I never experience all of these other things that there are to experience in life? And then I feel like I missed something. So I wanted to experience some things. I wanted to live, you know. um, got to college and I lived. Okay. Experimented with marijuana, alcohol. I partied. Um, I did. I had my share of fun. On my 21st birthday, I was so excited to finally go to the grown up club. I had this sew in my hair. I had got my makeup done. Went to the little Mac counter, had my little outfit on. I thought I was, girl, I thought I was cute. You could not tell me. And my body was right. I looked like a model. Not trying to, but my body, I was slim, and I thought it was cute. Went to the club. Was not in there probably in an hour, and bloop on the floor, passed out. Yeah. Why did I pass out? Not because I was that turned up or that, yes, I smoked marijuana. I had drank some probably what was the drink then? I think it was Grey Goose. I think it was Grey Goose, pineapple, and cranberry juice. That is my drink. But anyway, it was in that. Found out that I was pregnant at 21 years old. So this is my come to Jesus moment. I wasn't ready to be a mother. I did not want to stop living. I was not ready to, be a mom in college and have to live this boring regimented life of a mother. That meant I couldn't go on trips at the spur of the moment. I couldn't go to Miami and Houston and just on a whim. I couldn't stay out and go to clubs and stuff. I just now, I just turned legal to actually go in a club and order a drink and look like, I belong there. And so selfishly, I decided to get an abortion. Um, and immediately after it, I felt horrible. And I started to feel like I had become everything that I said I would never be. I realized that I was doing everything that I said I would never do. And it brought me to God. Um, I was going to a mega church in Atlanta, not regularly, just here and there, because I had kind of gotten depressed because I felt like I didn't know who I was anymore, and I was way off track of where I expected to be, and I felt like I was letting everybody down, and even myself. Um, So everything got worse, the drinking, the partying, it just became regular. Started withdrawing from classes and grades started slipping in school because I was just on a spiral, a downward spiral. And before long, um, I was pregnant again. And I couldn't have another abortion. I had to. And it wasn't like my choice. Now I know it was God telling me to sit down and check yourself before you wreck yourself, because this time I couldn't get an abortion. So I mean, I had to stop. I had to stop the partying. I had to stop the going out and the whims and all of that. And I had my daughter and my first child. Moved back in with my mother. Took like years off of school. Got a job because I had to support my child. That was a hard, man. I felt like a failure. I felt like I'm look at me. This is not what I was. I graduated high school and I was like, I had big dreams, and I was on the right path, and now look at me. Pregnant with a baby, not married, nowhere to live, living with my mama. It was hard, man. Um that was one of my darkest times, and I started going to a church in my hometown regularly, and really started to connect. Started reading the Bible, started going to Bible study, and just had to realize that what I saw as my downfall was actually God saving me. Oh, I'm about to get emotional. Ooh. The world has such a strong pull on young girls. The world can be so tempting, for young people who want to live. You think it's so exciting, the cars, the industries, the celebrities, this glamorous lifestyle. Around this time was when everybody was getting them booty shots. So everybody had a big booty, and Lord, I wanted a big booty. if I would have been able to get a big booty, I would have been, Lord only knows. But anyway, it was really messing with me. It was messing with my self-esteem. It was messing with my image and me thinking, what I am is not enough. And so that's why I was covering it with all of this insanity. But my daughter saved my life. She saved my life. It grounded me because, man, being a mother was a big responsibility. And I knew that I had to be everything that I wanted her to ever be in life. And so, yeah, that's why I really started going to church, because I had to find me in order to be who I needed to be for my daughter so that she would know who she is. I had to be grounded in the right thing. So during that time, started really connecting with the church and building myself spiritually. Um, and the turnaround began. I found a job that afforded me the flexibility to go back to school. And that wasn't easy. I would go to school from 8 in the morning until 12, drive back. It was an hour drive from where I lived to my school, drive an hour back to be at work at 1 p.m., work until 10 p.m., and then do the same thing. I did this 5 days in a row. I worked on weekends. Like, it was hard, and I had a 2-year old at the time. My daughter was 2 when I started working, and then I finally got my degree, my first degree. So, got my first degree, and when I graduated, I was pregnant again. Um, and by this time, I've been in the church a while, and I told my boyfriend at the time, I was like, either we have to get married or we have to break up, because I was really strongly convicted. Like, I'm bringing all these children into the world out of wedlock. I'm living with, well, we were basically living together. He worked out of state, but whenever he was there, we were together. Um, and it's just not of God. And how can I go to church, read the Bible, and I had just gotten baptized, and say that I love God, and I'm not, and I'm doing these things that I know are against Him. Um, and so I just told him, either we get married or we figure out, a co-parenting situation. And he came back with a ring, and we got married. We did want a wedding, but we didn't have time to wait. It was like I was not waiting to save money for a wedding, because I was about to have 2 children. So that God said that's neither here nor there, child. So I got married. We've now been married for 10 years. Praise God. Um, I've earned 2 more degrees since then. I've had 2 more children, so now I have 2 boys and 2 girls. I'm stable. I am the mother that I wanted to be for them. I feel like I'm not where I want to be. I'm not the person I want to be, but I'm going in the right direction. I'm so grateful to God that He saved my life, because only God knows where I would be right now had He not stepped in, had He not saved me from surely what was my destruction. I was following the world to hell. I was following the world to hell. Again, I always felt like I was a good person, and I was just living. I was just doing what everybody else was doing. And I say that to say salvation is necessary. Even if you're a good person, you can be a good person and go to hell. Um, Jesus is necessary. You need to confess Christ. You need to acknowledge that Jesus is the Son of God, and that He died on a cross and He rose 3 days later. That's necessary. You can be a good person, but with God, you'll be great. Um, yeah, so I'm right now on a journey of identity, self identity, and finding myself in Christ. And so this is a part of it. Me acknowledging how He saved my life, what I was doing on my own before Him, and what He's been able to do through me now is, I'm grateful. Um, I don't know what else to say, but I'm grateful. God is amazing. He's real. He's alive. He will